Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Wingham here. Nice, thanks for joining me tonight. And tonight, I'm going to give a shout out to the High Vibe Tribe. And tonight we got a very special oil for us. It's one that's super near and dear to my heart. It's called Idaho Balsam Fir. And Idaho Balsam Fir, the reason it's kind of near and dear to me, it's one of the oils I was fortunate enough to be able to go to the winter harvest for and be able to make my own. And it was really cool because I actually got to go out into the woods and cut down the trees myself, haul them out of the woods with horses, chip them up, and then load them into the trailers of the semis and truck them down the mountain, put them in the distiller and load it, pack it down, and then distiller it, filter it, decant it, and bottle it. All the whole thing, and then come home with my own bottle of it. So it was really cool to see the seed to seal process yourself because you got to do it. And so it was really neat. I slept in the wood chips one night, and it was some of the best dreams I've ever had in my whole life. So it's really cool if you've never been to the farms. That's what makes, young living unique, is you're able to go to the farms and participate in these harvests and see what makes these special. It's that seed to seal process that's so cool. So tonight, we got Idaho Balsam Fir, and this is a really cool one because it's very multi-purpose. Not everyone knows about all the purposes of it. One of the great parts I love, I'll start off with the physical benefits, is it's really great for anybody who's trying to recover after a workout. See, Idaho Balsam Fir is very supportive to the pituitary gland. And the pituitary gland, one of its main special functions that it does is it releases human growth hormone. Well, the thing is, human growth hormone, not everybody knows what it really does. Human growth hormone is merely a chemical messenger in the body. It does absolutely nothing until it gets converted into insulin-like growth factor 1 or IGF-1 in the liver. And so Balsam Fir is very good at not only helping support the release of human growth hormone, but helping protect it along its way and then support the conversion as well into insulin-like growth factor 1. Because the thing is, human growth hormone on its own, it's kind of like putting nitrous oxide into a car. Yeah, it works, but at a cost. And so you want to support a whole lot of different body systems because human growth hormone, it only works really well when you're on a great fasting and super low blood sugar levels, because insulin is one of the most toxic things in the human body. A lot of people don't know that. Insulin itself is actually very toxic to the human body. So if your blood sugar levels are high, you can be sure that your human growth hormone levels are very low because they don't mix well together. They don't play whatsoever. So it goes really great on a muscle that you want to recover. I like to take it while I'm lifting. I'll put it on the inside of the brim of my hat here, so I'm constantly smelling it. It goes up through the cribriform pallets there. It can go up to the pituitary gland and support that human growth hormone release the entire time I'm working out because, as long as you're doing your workouts correctly, your blood sugar isn't astronomically high. That's kind of the best part about the working out, is it brings that blood sugar back down. The other thing that's really wonderful about it is it's great for emotional release, and it's exceptionally powerful for emotional release. And so while you've got the physical stress response that it's really great at supporting a healthy stress response physically, it's also great emotionally for supporting that stress release. Because the thing is, you get a lot of emotions that get pent up. Well, you hold on to that, your physical stress levels are going to go up because emotional stress and physical stress go hand in hand. I mean, there's mental and emotional stress, and there's physical and emotional stress. I can come beat myself up in the weight room. That's physical stress. Everybody knows about that. But that mental stress, that emotional stress, if you're still holding on to that, that's going to cause you physical stress. I encourage everybody to look into the emotional roots of a lot of disease. Gary Young has talked about that up to 70% of our actual disease is caused by these emotions. And boy, emotions are a really interesting topic. And I'm going to get into it more another day. But Balsam Fir, really great over the area that you'd like to help have a little stress relief or help it recover after a workout or intense physical activity. The other part one of my favorite places to use it is on the lower back down here. You see, the lower back, when you've got a bunch of excess psychic garbage that you've been clearing out and you can't get it all the way out of your body, it has a tendency to get caught in these hips. And so a lot of people with these lower back pains, it's constantly in this lower back. It's a bunch of the psychic garbage that you're detoxing, this emotional and mental stress, hasn't made it all the way out yet. And so that's where Balsam Fir is real good to help support that area. And also that's the root chakra where the adrenals are back there, because they are very susceptible to stress. That's adrenaline and stress, both go hand in hand. It's another video for another day to talk about that entire thing. Kyle has talked about it, or Tony has talked about it a bit, kind of how they go. And I'll do another video on it a little bit later. But Balsam Fir, wonderful. The other thing I've been doing is I've got some form of emotional issue. I don't know what, because it's not a physical one. It doesn't make any sense. I've got some sort of emotional release that I've been trying to work on that these shoulders, for some reason, get a little stuck. I'm coming in to go to the weight room and the bench, and I can't get the proper bench going because there's some sort of blockage, especially back here in my shoulder blades back there. So what I did, kind of like when I talked about my cinnamon bark video, every chakra's got a push and a pull. So it's a hot and a cold, a damp and a dry, it's excess and deficient. So there's always an in and out to everything. It's the balance in life. And so what I did is I put the balsam fir on the back here where I wanted to release. And so I rubbed it in with the intention. Remember, setting your intention is extremely important. The more intention, the better intention you can set, and the more you can pay attention. Remember, attention's the energy and attention of the currency of the universe. So the more that you can pay attention, the better of the use you're going to be able to get out of your oils. You can make a whole lot less oils, do a whole lot more if you slow down and you pay attention to what you're doing. So I put some balsam fir back here in these knots that I've had for decades probably. Put it back there, and the other one I did, Tony did a great video on it as well, is I put some Palo Santo on the front, basically pushed in that spiritual purification, push out those boogeymen, and in the back we're going to pull it out with this balsam fir for the emotional release. So hopefully this video has been educational for you. I'm going to have some more fun ones coming up. I talk about a lot of these. This one's in particular in my book, Essentially Fit. It's on Amazon if you want to look it up, but I'll also have a whole lot more videos coming up, so stay tuned. This is today's day 24 of the 33 days of oils, and so I don't know, maybe we'll have to start the challenge all over again because we're coming up near the end. And be sure to stay tuned for day 33 because I got something special in mind for us there. But you guys, thanks for joining me. Have an awesome night. I hope everybody has a great weekend coming up. I'm going to take my son swing dancing to, we got a local band, Jive Ivan. It's some great big band swing music. We're going to bring them out, and I think we're going to maybe have to do a video during that one. So have a great night, you guys. Stay vibing high and stay crunchy.